If you're watching this video, I want you to know the stock market is not a casino. It is not something that is very random and is a game of odds. It is something completely different. Now, if you're watching this video as well, you're probably watching this to get a general understanding of what stocks is. You're not looking for financial advice or what stocks to invest in generally. You're looking to understand stocks in general, like I am. Like me personally, right now, I do not have money in stocks. I am trying to build an emergency fund right now, something much more important than stocks in the moment. But from my experience with stocks, I've lost more money than gained more money because I didn't understand what the hell I was doing. I was just doing what I saw on the internet, right? So I'm creating this video to help you understand before you do what I did and not know what you're getting yourself into. I just want you to understand what stocks is. In the last video, I talked about how basically human value and speculation and information depicts stocks. Now I want to build onto that. So, like I was saying, little side story. Back in the day, before I was in this stage, I didn't understand the stock market. I thought it was, I'm going to put money into GameStop, and GameStop's stock is just going to go up for some reason. I don't know. I'm just going to get lucky. GameStop's stock is going to is going to see some drastic increase. I'm going to turn $2 into $100. I'm going to turn the $100 that I have in the S&P 500, and it's going to turn into $5,000. Or I'm going to put $10 into Bitcoin, it's going to turn into $100 because of a 900% increase. Some crazy stuff like that. Crazy expectations because that's how I thought the stock market really worked, but it didn't. So let's understand the basic of what the stock market is. The stock market is basically human value from a company and others connected to the company compacted down into the value of a dollar, right? If you watch my other videos, you know that I like to say that human value of a country is basically human productivity plus taxes or something like that. I forgot it. But it's human productivity that eventually equates to the value of the dollar, right? So USA, we have the highest value of a dollar. Why do we have that? Because we have a lot of people working and our people's value is worth more. You usually want a U.S. citizen doing your work than a person from Philippines because usually the U.S. citizen gets better work done. So the stock market on the other side is the person from the Philippines, maybe, and the person from the US. They both work at the same company. And basically, however much value they're generating, how well is the company doing? Is there more good news than bad news for the company? That's going to depict the price that the stock is going to be priced at for that company. So it is all about these two things. One, what the value that the company produces, and two, speculation and information from the outside world. So if he does well in the company and people see that from the outside, they're going to say good things. And the people in the middle who's going to invest into the company or buy their stocks, they're going to do that because based off of what this person is saying and based off of the value that this person is offering. And then if that ends up turning out well, they're going to invest into them. A way a casino would work or gambling would work is you see a NFL player doing really well and his stats say maybe he gets 900 yards every season, or he gets 100 yards every game of rushing. So you're going to see that, or for people that's outside the U.S., a soccer player gets one goal every game. Let's go with soccer. So if Lionel Messi gets one goal every single game, you're gonna bet that he gets one goal over zero. You're gonna bet over zero that he's gonna score a goal. But the odds don't lean that way really, because he could score zero. He could get injured and all this other stuff, right? That's the thing about gambling, is you're playing with chances. Rather with stocks, you're playing with speculation and information. You're going off of what you hear. You're making your best educated guess on whether that stock is going to be good to hold long term, or better to sell. And that's a key word to play and factor, is the word long term. So if I were to be in the stock market today and I had $100,000, I wouldn't be going to, let's say, the new drink Poppy. If I'm seeing Poppy make a drink, right, and they're doing really well right now, and they start to come up, I'm not super. I wouldn't invest all my $100,000 into them, because they haven't been around long enough to really make a make a generational run for the long term. Like, there was Body Armor, there was all these different drinks. There's like there's so many drinks I can't think of, but Body Armor is one of them I can think of on the top of my head. Or like vitamin water, right? Though some of those things were bought off by Coke, right? Or they end up disappearing off the face of the planet. Not many people drink them anymore. So if Body Armor was to get into a stock, it probably crashed by now, probably, right? So stocks is a game of playing with information and playing long term, and just it's a game of holding and being patient. That is how it works. That is all you need to understand. Now you can, with this information, you can learn how to take that and invest into various different things and all the other sorts of stuff. Now, like I was saying, this isn't financial advice or anything. This is basically understanding of what you're getting before you. This is basically understanding before you get yourself into these situations. Think of it as apprenticeship. Think of my videos as apprenticeships, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what to expect, what you need to understand before you get into these. We get into these things. I'm going to say we, because I haven't get back into the stocks because I'm doing my emergency fund thing. But these are things we need to know and understand before we get into these things. So when push comes, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. We're not quick to sell and whatnot, like I was when I was investing, and I didn't know how it worked. And I would panic whenever I would lose a couple of cents on $100 in a stock. So guys, please take these videos with a grain of salt. I can be wrong at times. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% right. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% wrong, but I know I'm right in some things. But yeah, watch other videos as well to understand it better. This video alone won't help you understand the stock market. You gotta watch and understand and learn this stuff for many others. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something from the video, or maybe like what I said, or maybe you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. You can go ahead and subscribe. It's free of charge. And the only cost is I get to pop up on your algorithm a little bit more. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and you have a great, amazing day, night, whatever. Thank you.